7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
B Fleet, Macaluso with the port tack start, unchallenged. As we head upwind, tough wind direction here today at Seabrook. What direction is that, Tony? North?
Yeah, it's north.
Northish? Northeast for you meteorologists in the crowd. So we're sailing straight away, straight back. The only thing worse is the wind could be coming from behind us.
Yeah. A lot of chop on the water.
But yeah, got a lot of fetch coming down the northeast here, but we're going to make the best of it because that's all you can do. Mother Nature deals you a wind direction, you got to set to the wind. Where'd Port Tack and Chris go? Oh, he's right there up front. Not as far ahead as you'd think, though. As the B Fleeters head into the windward mark. I believe, what are we doing? Green, orange? What do you think, Tony? Maybe we should do,
I think green, orange.
maybe we should do an upwind gate, inside out. Split the fleet. Might be interesting. They did do that at IOM Worlds, right? Upwind gates. As John M. in the lead here. Sorry, John, I forgot your last name.
Followed by 78.
Yep, 76.
76, yep.
William Romero, the Romanian crusher out of San Antonio, Texas. Chris, I don't need a keel, Macaluso in third, number 3 boat. As John heads downwind here to our our downwind gate. Oh, that's the yellow ball's our finish line. So big downwind run, straight at yourself. This will be a foot test, how long you can stand in one place. I kind of like walking myself. As John in the 992 boat first, William in the 76 second, Joe, is it Cicerelli?
Yeah.
In the 7 boat. After a good night at the yacht club, we're out here for Hangover Sunday. Doing our model sailing. Looks like our leaders go to opposite sides of the course. Joe on a road less traveled. So Joe's either going to look like a genius or not. In the 7 boat. John's wide on the right. The 992. William tacks on to starboard, going for the world's longest ley line. Maybe they got it. Maybe they don't. Maybe the grateful lift comes in at the end when you're a little low and just carries you up and over the mark. And who do we have in B Fleet but number 15, Mr. Michael Feldman, our national treasure out here today in Seabrook. He's been sailing well this weekend. Had a father-son, second, third finish, one of the A Fleet races. As John wins the world's longest ley line award. Oh, he's got to throw a tack in there. Or maybe he's just being cautious. He's still a little low though. He's gonna pinch it. Boy, just makes it. Joe in second. He's got to throw a little tack in there. That was a good 30-foot leap by that little fish.
Yeah, mullet. Trying to be flying fish.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's chasing them, but they like jumping. It's funny, they pop up in the video. My buddy was watching the video, I'm talking to him on the phone. He's like, oh, there's a fish. John still out front in the 992. Back in the action.
Falcon.
Trying to go wire to wire.
Followed by the Italian stallion.
The Italian stallion. Tony's pulling his Rocky references out here. Joe and the 7 boat. Some call it a chick boat. I wouldn't call it a chick boat, but Joe was getting a little grief yesterday. He just laughs it off. Says, follow me. As our scorekeepers head over to call the line. Got William in the 7-6 boat 3rd, Chris Macluso to 4th, which is all he needs. Bounce back up, but Joe Roddy in 5th. Joe doesn't want to be 5th. Joe wants 4th so he can bump up to A Fleet. Probably not in the cards. Unless a couple of those boats stall out. Chris, very good at seeing the angles. Never much of a follower. As he eats up some course on John. Oh, Joe. Joe follows Chris. Joe versus Joe. I think Joe 7 gets it over Joe 6-6. There's our national treasure, Mike Feldman, the 1-5 boat. Who else is over there? Next door neighbor Cliff in the 3-3 boat. And then we got the emergency boat, 911. Todd Sturgis out of Arizona, I believe. Happened to be road tripping from East Coast to West Coast. Said, Seabrook's only a couple 100 miles out of the way. So he shows up here for some racing. That's all they wrote. Ready for A Fleet. All right, A Fleet race, Sunday, Dallas State Championships for DF95s. Tough course, sailing straight away from ourselves. A Fleet race, because expecting B Fleet again. But started off in A. Boat really choppy today, and if you're not purposeful in your tacks, you don't make it through your tack. So that's a tough. I just see a boat just weather vaning to wind there. So I had a little twist, see if that'll help me get through. Keep the boat moving a little faster as the boys head upwind. As I shoot in the rain from under a little canopy here from Florida team, Bill Benz and Barb Batzer. As we head up to that windward mark, I'll zoom in, try to see the rounding. It's tough rounding up there, so what you see on the camera is not what the skippers see. That's a good, I don't know how many yards out there, 40, 50, 60 maybe, right on the edge. Not seeing sail numbers well, but out in the lead here is it's like Kevin Hayes and Brian Shores. Brian in the 117 yellow boat, Kevin in the 998. See how they come down and split this leeward gate. Hopefully my camera's not getting too wet here. There's Mike Feldman, the national treasure, in 3rd place. Nice job, Mike. As boys are managing the fleet. As we come around and head back upwind, pretty good split. Some right, some left. Kind of thinking right is the play. As we head back upwind, got Brian Shores on the left, Kevin on the right. We'll see where they cross. There's Brian in frame, throwing a tack in, getting powered up again. See some couple raindrops on my lens, but I'm scared to touch them. As Brian comes back, heading towards red on port. Kevin has not tacked yet. Kevin's still Heading out on port also, looking for the ley line. Kevin finally tacks. Let's see where Kevin is. I think there's Kevin. Kevin or Peter. As everybody converges on the red mark here. Looks like Brian gets there first, so lefty. If you're in front, go left, come in on port. That's the formula. Yellow's a little tricky. A lot of people are really overstanding that yellow offset. Really got to turn down to it, shorten the course a little bit. Kevin's got the memo on turning down, almost too much. As a lot of folks overstanding that offset, as the saying goes. But Brian's out front, flying the 117 loud and proud. The yellow boat. Kevin's getting gobbled up by the peloton. Kevin in the 998 trying to get his sails to cooperate. Got Bar Batzer getting back into the hunt in the 175. National treasure, Mike Feldman. The 1.5 boat still hanging tough in the top 5. Nice job, Mike. As Brian goes his trusty left end again. Kevin follows suit. Brian tacks back right away to cover the boys over there. Yo, Chris.
Oh shit.
You go one way or the other? Thank you, sir. I don't want to have to move my feet. As we head back upwind, I've lost track of everything. Where's everybody? All right. Oh, that was a finish. I wanted a third lap. Sorry, folks, I blew the commentary there. But anyways, A Fleet in the books. And we're off. It's like Peter in the 4-2 boat's got some electronics battery issues. But we're off in an A Fleet race, courtesy of Dan still in B Fleet. A Fleet guys complained yesterday that I shouldn't be sailing in A Fleet because then they don't get any video. So just trying to keep my fans happy and go for a string of 5th place finishes in B Fleet. As Brian Shores rips up the course. He likes the left side in the 117 yellow boat, followed by Tony Gonzalez in the 5-1 yellow boat. Yellow boats are fast as we go upwind. And as we head upwind, looks like Brian gets the windward mark first. Really overstands the yellow, but their angles are tough. I've got a lot better angle and a zoom. He's in first place, so better not to hit marks. As Peter is a floating obstruction out here in the 4-2 boat. Brian coming downwind. Bar has got in the mix in the 175 boat. As people head upwind. Bar and Brian split. Brian goes to the inside. As we head upwind.
Three's out of control.
As the rescue crew racer, Mr. Macaluso, goes out there to maybe get a twofer, rescue himself and Peter. Once some of the boats get through. Brian's playing the left side of this course well. I guess if you're fast and you're out front. Can make things happen. We got our wind-powered rescue boat here. Hopefully it won't chop up Peter's boat. We'll watch the rescue. Scores will be judged. As now he's got Peter spun back around. Man. As well, back in the action, I got enamored with rescue survival at sea. Mr. Brian Shore is still out front. 171. No, Bar Batzer. 175. Out there as he comes down the leeward gate. Defending the inside against Brian. And then who? Looky who? National Treasure. Mike Feldman in the 1.5 boat is out there as Bar keeps Brian on the outside of the wheel. Brian goes to the opposite gate, hoping for the best. Bar tacks on port. Brian Chris does a double duty rescue. Sorry, I didn't hear the finish.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Fry.
Oh my gosh, I'm low energy. Another late night at the bar. Uploading videos. Chatting with my fans. As the finish comes in, it looked like it was either Bar or Brian, not sure. As Chris's towing comes back into port. And that's what they wrote.
Don't know.
20 seconds, long line here. 14A on Sunday. Steve Gambles almost made it. As we head upwind here, wind came up, bumps come up, kind of mellowed out a little bit now. As we head upwind, I think they're heading to the green mark there, so it looks like Chris Macaluso in the number 3 boat out front. Tony Gonzalez tacking on the starboard, getting Chris to tack. Oh, I got a 5th place in the B fleet. I hit the windward mark. That was bad on my part. Should have went a little further. But that's racing. A fleet guys are happy because I make some video. And there's the man himself out close to out front. Peter Feldman, the 4.2 boat. Tony Gonzalez, the 5.1. Sailing fast. Not sure how they do it, being faster than everybody, but they do. But there's Chris in the 3 boat, the keelless wonder. Trying some new speed secrets.
Taking your grass with Tony.
Let's
Clear ahead of 3.
come down for Leeward Gate here. As we round, civil, attacks, cross the fleet, Todd avoids, all is well. We'll watch some of the rest of the fleet come through. Bill Benz, 541. Brian Shores never saw the left side of this course that he did not like. So there's Brian and the 117. Tony Gonzalez out front. Post up again so it can be a little more stable. It's Tony out in the lead. In the 5-1 boat, Chris Macluso getting on the starboard early. Peter has to avoid a little bit. As we head up to the windward mark, and then Peter gets in the position to give starboard love back to Chris right there. So the sailing gods giveth, and the sailing gods taketh away. And the benefactor of Chris and Peter mucking it up with each other is Tony. Gets to get a few more boat lengths off the front. So Tony in the 5-1 boat, followed by Peter Feldman in the 4-2, Chris Macaluso in the 3, Brian Shores back there in the 117 in third, and Arizona Rod in the 911 boat. I blame Rod for me hitting the mark, but that's okay. It wasn't his fault. I was distracted. Only one person to blame, and that's me. So I need to move. Hold on. So I get good mark rounding here. As Tony comes in. Takes the outside of the gate. Peter, this side. Attack straight away. Tony makes it. So Peter's going to get second. Brian's going to stuff it in there on Rod. Rod says, hey, I'm from out of town. We're some Texas manners, not in sailboat racing. And Brian speeds up, gets through the kerfluffle. As the remainder of the fleet comes through, that's the wrap. Looks like Kevin Hayes in the sweeper mode, making sure no sailboats are left behind. In the 998. And that's a wrap for E-Flate. Nice race, Tony.
Thank you, man.
The big win. Oh boy, sorry, sleeping at the wheel there. A-Fleet race, saw some port tacking action maybe happening. Shut down, but the fleet, as things really got light on us here. Light and smoothed out, so that's kind of nice. But there's tough sledding here, getting late on a Sunday. Got some bratwurst lunch.
Now you're on me. Got a boat?
All right, little kerfluffle there. Looks like the green-orange buoys. Mr. Steve Landau out front. Makes it to the windward mark.
Ah, damn it.
Steve hits the mark, goes under it, back around. Could have been in first, now he's in third. Loves a good challenge. Have a great comeback. As Tony is the benefactor of Steve hitting the mark. Maybe some carpool team racing, who knows? But I doubt it. These guys like to win. So Tony's out front. Got Bart Batzer in the 175 boat right behind him. Steve Landau in the 1-2 punch in third. Chris Macaluso in third. Our national treasure, Mike Feldman, in the 15 boat. Sailing up here in the top 5 at A Fleet. Nice job, Mike. Been doing a great job sailing all weekend. I have no idea what the scores are. Nothing got posted online, but I'm sure we'll sort it out here by the end as Tony and Bar take this upwind leeward gate. That's the way to describe it. Tony stalls. Bar squirts into first. So we got Bar, Batzer tacking up to, was it green orange? I think we did green orange.
Somebody's got to be at your backside.
Tony keeps things moving. Bar's moving good. Tight leech. Peter Feldman had a rough start, but he's getting back in the mix as he claws back. Got Todd in the 9 boat, red 9 boat. As Peter sets his sights on Mr. Macaluso in front of him. So he's clawing his way back. As we head up to the green marks. Steve sniffing out those shifts. I come in on port. The national treasure coming in on starboard. Let's see if Steve can squeak it in there. Oh, Mike has to tack the 1-5 boat. Leaving the door wide open for Steve. Steve's still in third. Steve's way off to the left so you can see the course a little better. As Bar Batzer maintains his lead in the 175 boat. And behind him, Tony Gonzalez in the I was going to say 151, but that's Bacardi. Tony's a rum drinker, but it's Mount Gay. So Tony in the 5-1 boat. Steve shooting some angles. Doing some jibing downwind. Seeing if he can get some gains. Squeak his way into second past Tony, but Bar looks like he's got this one wrapped up. As Bar tacks on to port, heads towards Tony. Bar throwing a couple extra tacks in there for good measure. Looks like Bar in first. Tony in second. Be tough here between Mike and Steve. Ooh, I think Steve got it. Steve nipped the national treasure there at the end. As things really have calmed down here. Got a little sprinkle on us, got everybody excited. Now we're back in the action. And that's a wrap.